Hi everyone, this is your Tampa Bay Realtor Lance Mohr, and in this video I want to go over a little Q&A. I have a lot of buyers ask me questions, so I decided what to do. Instead of just answering one question for video, I wanted to go over 4 questions. There's some really good questions here that buyers have been asking, and I want to make sure that everybody gets their questions answered. So I'm going to go over these 4 questions and answers in this video. Okay, so let me go over these questions. The first one I got is, can you always amortize a 30-year mortgage over 15 years? Now, this could apply to buyers that are looking to buy a home or people who currently own a home. So this is a great question, and I personally do this pretty much in all my homes. So example, I have had 30-year mortgages and I've amortized them over 20 years. I've had 30-year mortgages, I've amortized them over 15 years. When I say amortized, that just means I'm paying them off. So I currently have a couple rental properties right now that are on 15-year mortgages, and I'll be paying them off in 10 years. So I just do an amortization schedule. So pretty much any mortgage company is going to allow this. You could always put additional money into your principal for paying it off early. Now, if you're on a hard money loan, if you don't know what a hard money loan is, don't worry about it. If you're on a hard money loan, you're going to know what it is. They may have something in there that you can't pay your mortgage off early. But if you're on your regular mortgage, your FHA, VA, conventional, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, mortgages like that, no problem, you can pay them off early. So you could go to the bank that the mortgage is at, and you could talk to them about just re-amortizing it, and they could tell you, they should tell you what you could do and how to do it. I would always advise before you send additional money in to make sure it's set up with them and the money's going to your principal. Or you could just give your lender a call and talk to them, and they could sort of tell you what to do. Again, always call your bank. So the second question is, what is your opinion on renting versus buying? And I know a lot of you probably think, hey, Lance, you're a real estate agent, you're going to be real biased on this. But you know what? I was biased back when I was in engineering. I was biased back when I was in mortgage banking. If you know anything about buying versus renting, the one important fact is, in this country, 80% of all wealth is in real estate. It's not in the stock market. It's not in all these other things. It's in real estate. Look at the big play, especially even in Tampa, that Bill Gates is making right now in real estate. Look at what Warren Buffett did with real estate. Bought hundreds of thousands of homes and then bought Prudential, and they're now called Berkshire Hathaway. That should tell you everything you need to know. Yes, because at the end of the day, if you rent a home, look at it for a long-term play. And unless you're going to live with your parents or someone for free, the rent is just going to go up and up and up and up. And the home prices are going to go up and up and up and up. But there's so many advantages to buying a home over renting a home. You get tax write-offs, you get appreciation. If you're on a fixed rate mortgage, it's pretty much going to stay the same. Maybe property taxes might go up slightly, or hazard insurance might trickle up as well. But you're fixed in. So it's the amount of money over a 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever years that you would be losing on renting is absolutely just mind-boggling. So definitely owning a home. When I bought my first home, it wasn't anything I wanted. I was actually right next to a highway in a condominium in Southern California. But you know what? I was 23 years old. I got my foot in the door, and I learned a lot of valuable lessons, and I made money. So definitely worth it buying over renting. What is the best time to buy a home, and what signs do you look out for in the economy? This is a great question right here. I actually did a video on when's the best time to buy a home as far as the different months. I sort of do a breakdown, so not really sure if that's what you're asking in this question right here, but I'm going to put a video above on that. So let me tell you what signs do I look out for. The number one sign that I virtually put almost all my weight in is the consumer confidence. When the consumer confidence is good, real estate's good. When the consumer confidence is okay, real estate's okay. When the consumer confidence is bad, real estate's bad. It's just always been that way. I do tend to look at other signs, like, what's the economy doing as far as is it really going good? But again, the economy is going to go good when consumer confidence is good. I look at what's the unemployment rate, but I think that could be fudged a lot. I tend to look at what the are people making more money right now, or are they not making more money? But I don't really put a lot of weight in that. I pretty much put everything into consumer confidence. I've always have, and it's always been 100% spot on. I've been doing market reports and statistics for years now. And back in 2011, I was doing them. I was saying the market's going up and up and up and up. And the consumer's confidence started to go up and up and up. And people were saying I didn't know what I was talking about. I'm a moron. I'm this, I'm that. And I'm just like, you look at it, and that's exactly what happened. The consumer confidence followed the curve. It's pretty much the same thing. So that's my take on it. What are the things you look for before buying a house? So that's a sort of a tough question, because I don't know where you're going with the question with this. But let me tell you, when you're buying a home, there's three main things you need to look for, you need to look at. Number one is get a good, knowledgeable, honest real estate agent. Number two is get a good, honest, knowledgeable loan officer. Number three is get an honest, extremely detailed home inspector. Those are the most important things. Now, when I look at homes with buyers, I'm not looking at everything they're looking at. I'm not looking at all the fluff in the homes. I'm not saying every buyer is doing this by any means, but I've worked with thousands of home buyers, and a lot of times people go in and they're just looking at different things that I'm looking at. I'm looking at, what's the floor plan like? What's the resaleability like? What's the subdivision like? Who built the home? Is this more of a quality built home? Is it more of a quantity built home? What's the energy efficiency like in the home? Compared, is it good? Is it bad? A lot of these different things. I'm looking on the ground, of course. If it's a pre-owned, I want to see if there's any settlement cracks in the tile, anything like that. But I tend to look up. I tend to look at the ceilings. Is there a roof leak? How old's the roof? How old's the HVAC? How old's the water heater? I'm looking at things in a completely different light as the buyer, because what they're looking at when it comes to the cabinetry and the backsplash and the countertops and all that stuff, the flooring, that's personal opinion. Now, I will tell them if we walk into a home, hey, these are like apartment style cabinets, they need to be asking in the low end of the range because they've done no updating, or different things like that. If I'm working with a buyer and they're buying a brand new home and it comes with 36-inch cabinets, I'm like, I don't care what the cost is, you get 42-inch cabinets. At least in Tampa you do. It's the kiss of death if you want to get 30 or 36-inch cabinets in Tampa. I'll tell them if they're going to spend the money anywhere, spend it in the kitchen. So I'll just look at things a little bit different. I hope that answers your question on that subject, but I gotta, on a lot of these, I need to know a little bit more on what you're thinking. So anyhow, I hope these four answers to these questions were helpful. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments, shoot me an email, let me know. I get a lot of questions coming in, so a lot of times it's just easier for me to knock out a few of them. If you like these videos, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell, you'll get notified. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, reply, shoot me an email. I wish you the best of luck. If you're working in the Tampa area, looking to buy a home in the Tampa Bay area, let me know. I would love to help you. Have a great day.